Alright guys, Toby here, back for another training session. In the last video I mentioned that today was going to be a fun event session, and that is right. Today we are going to be doing the first full event session for my upcoming competition, which means that we are hitting, to start things off as usual, some heavy log press. Going for a heavy double should be nice and easy. Then some little bit of pressing accessories just to get the work in on the pressing, but then we're going to head outside, do some circus dumbbell training, just getting again more confident with that movement. We're going to do some farmer's walk into some arm over arm pull, which will be pretty damn fun, and we're going to do some keg over bar work. So everything there really nice and fun. Really excited to get stuck in. It is really cold today. It has not been above freezing all day, so I've got my winter shorts on, which are a bit thicker, still no trousers. But it is certainly a bit chilly, so I need to have some pre-workout, I need to get warm. But yeah, today is going to be a really exciting session. I hope you guys do enjoy. If you're new here, please be sure to go down below, click subscribe, because we've got some fun events going into my next few competitions, and we're going to be training them hard. So I braved taking the hoodie off, even though it is really cold. But because we have the new Circus belt, we can probably, when we go outside, get away with wearing it over the hoodie, because my old belt, obviously with Circus, normally you need the screwdriver to adjust the holes, but with this new one you don't, because there's like 4 or 5 different spots to use it on. So for log, I like it probably in the middle, like fairly tight but not too tight. But for deadlifts I like it a slot looser, squats I like it a slot tighter. So it's nice to be able to have that movement. And then say for when we're going outside doing farmers, which needs a belt, we can wear the hoodie with this on top on its loosest setting, even maybe there, like really loose. And for there, it's way too loose for me here, but with the hoodie on, another like ½ an inch of fabric underneath, it should be bang on perfect. So it's going to make it a bit more pleasant outside. But yeah, I am suited and booted. Starting to warm up a little bit, not really, but yeah, we need to crack on with the logs. So warm-up sets are going to be the normal 52, 72, 92, 102, and then the top set. I will catch you with the 92, the 102, and the top set, because you have seen me warm up for log a million times, and this video is going to be far more interesting with the outside stuff, so I want to leave enough time for that. So yeah, let's smash log. So log isn't feeling that snappy this morning. Obviously it's very cold, so it's taking a bit longer to warm up, and we've still got to chalk up as well, so hopefully that'll help make the clean feel a bit more snappy. But second to last warm up now, 92 kilo. Usually this is my tell of whether or not log's moving really good today or not, is if this feels weightless or a bit tough. So yeah, really trying to work on my dip and drive with log at the minute. I feel like my pressing's really strong, but I can get more out of my legs. So let's see how it goes with 92 kilo. Yeah, that felt really good. Much better on the clean as well. So chalk back up a bit more, go a bit higher with the chalk as well. And this is now my final warm up with 102, which again should be a very good tell for how the top set's going to go. So yeah, hopefully moves without issue, technique all stays good, and we make it fly. Really good, really good. Alright, so warm-ups moved as expected, super easy, feeling quite good, quite warmed up now, not feeling too cold. So top set time, we have got 115 kilo loaded on the log. This is usually a very heavy sort of double for me. I have not done 115 for more than 2 reps. I've done it for a double a few times now. So hopefully the aim of the digging today is to get 115 for a double. That looks like I have at least another rep in the tank. So let's smash it out, let's get it done. Easy. Right, so double moved very, very comfortably. The only thing I will say is on the first rep, my head came through slightly earlier than I would have liked. So it became more of a pop and then a strict press to lock it out, which I'm working on, I'm getting better. I corrected it for the second rep, kept my head back a fraction of a second longer, and it made a wonderful difference. It was a much smoother rep, but still by no means perfect. We're definitely getting better at those. But up next is the pressing accessories portion of the session. So 2 heavy pressing accessories. We've got incline log out of the rack, which again, very, very good for building tricep, shoulder, and upper chest power for the log press. It's what's got my pressing so much stronger over the last few blocks. And then we got close grip bench press. Absolute staple for strongman. If you are benching and you're not doing it close grip to work those triceps and you're doing strongman, you're going wrong. But yeah, I'm going to smash out these accessories now because you guys have seen them in many of my event day sessions now. So I'm going to film a set of each for you guys, blast them through, show you them, and then we will be heading outside for the fun stuff. Alright, so they felt actually very good. I'm very pleased with how both those accessories felt. The incline log was a PB, not a PB weight, but certainly a PB number of reps, getting 5, which you saw, and then 2 more sets of 4 at 105 kilos is a big PB for me. And then on this close grip, I did 130 for a struggle of a 6, and then 2 sets of 4, which is round about what I'm expecting myself to do. So the fact they move really nice and easy is very, very encouraging. But now, as I mentioned, we're going to head outside. We have got Circus dumbbell up first. I've got some sort of technique pointers and tips that I want to try out for myself to get a bit more stable on the dip and drive, and hopefully make the dumbbell move really much easier. But no promises, because I'm still pretty shit at dumbbell compared to what I need to be for competition. I'm saying bad at it, I'm not that bad. Just it's not something I've done a lot of, and I'm still getting very used to the technique, having to remember to stay quite wide and not bring myself in so that I'm compromising my stability on it. But it's all stuff I'm going to try out today. For the dumbbell, I'm going to keep the hoodie off because I like to feel it on my arm for, knowing where to position myself, and I feel like having a hood there on my back's going to throw me off. So it's going to be cold, but we're going to get set up and give it a go. So my focus on the 40s there was to stay wide, don't stand up too tall, be a bit softer in the hips so that when I dip and drive, I stay vertical, and it's going really well. Feels really comfortable. So hopefully as we up the weight, it continues to feel comfortable. I continue to nail the technique. Not going to try and go for a PB today unless it feels mega easy. But I do want to get up to about 60 kilo, so about 90% of my PR, and try and get some really solid singles at that and just nail the technique every time. So that's the plan. Let's up the weight. So that one wasn't as good. It was still pretty damn good though. I think what happened on that one is it actually surprised me how easy it went up, and I lost a bit of stability at the top. I mean, I still locked it out, still was perfect, but it felt a bit wobbly. But I think that's just because it moved too fast, which is never too much of a problem. So we're gonna up the weight now just by 5 to 55 and try and get another really nice single, and then we'll do a couple singles at 60. But yeah, I think I'm getting the technique down now, so that's really positive. Not entirely sure what happened with the 60 there, why it did that little flip-flop thing, but good news is it felt light, it felt really easy. I feel like I'm getting really good at the dip and drive now, so I'm going to do a few more singles at 60 kilo, try and make them really solid, really stable, feel like nothing, send them off to Loz, see what he thinks, but I think I'm getting the technique now. I think we're moving well on dumbbell. Finally, I said finally, I've done 3 sessions on it, but yeah, it's the big worry for the competition, so I'm glad to be making good progress on it. So a couple more singles at 60, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, gonna leave it there. My body is telling me that I am too fatigued on the dumbbell. I mean, I've done a good few reps on it. The medley in the competition's only a medley of 1 double dumbbell and then 3 monster dumbbells. So yeah, doing that many singles is a bit excessive. And yeah, dumbbell's weird. It's like it goes from being really easy to nothing at all very quickly. That's just how it is with explosiveness. But yeah, really pleased with how it went. It felt very solid, much more solid than normal. So yeah, now we're going to move on to the farmers into the arm over arm pull. This is going to be a bit of an experimental setup because I haven't done arm over arm in a very long time. And yeah, we're not going to pull any of the cars. We're going to pull my big tractor tire, hopefully. Not sure how difficult that's going to be. So I'm going to do some testing before we jump into it. But we will see how it goes. But I'm going to put my hoodie on for this one because it is gold. So this is the setup. Massive tire. Heavy yoke with axle bar. I have just cut my leg, setting the camera up, but we need to test basically if we can pull this and whether it's going to be too easy, too light, what, before we do any farmers. So let's give it a go. Oh, yeah, very good. Probably about spot on really, so I need to put that back now. So it's going well. I've dropped the big tyre on my toe, which now hurts, and I've cut my leg, so classic event session. But I'm going to do some warm-up sets on the farmers, just at 55 kilo a hand, just to get, you know, legs moving, blood pumping. And need I remind you, these are the hardest farmers handles in existence. I've said this in many videos, but they're tough ones. So I'm not going to go ridiculously heavy today, just probably 105 kilo a hand. So 25 kilo under comp weight, try and build up each week, but get some really solid sets in the farmers to arm over arm. So we'll do a warm-up set, and then the next thing you'll see from me is my 2 top sets, which are hopefully going to be pretty nasty.
Well, that was quite tough. It didn't look that tough, but having no momentum on that tyre is brutal. My core is the thing that hurts the most out of that. My grip's strong, my legs are strong, my cardio's good, but my core was fried. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw on the second set, but a bit of the rope went under my ass. So every pull I'd sit on it, it really hurt, which is why the second pull wasn't quite as good as the first one. And you probably saw that I was training both finishing the farmers right next to the pull and finishing the farmers the other end and running down. I don't know which one's going to be in competition, so I thought I'd try both, and also it means I don't have to reset the farmers, so I think it's worth doing. But certainly feeling really good. This is going to be a fun event for me. Once I have someone pulling the rope out the way for me and have some momentum on the thing we're pulling, because I know it's a vehicle, I think that should absolutely fly. But yeah, 105 kilo farmers, 185 kilo tyre, feeling pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a good event for me. But yeah, that was a fun one. Pretty cold. I decided to go without the hoodie because I was actually quite warm after warming up and quite sweaty. So I was actually fine to do it in the t-shirt. But we're going to come back inside now and train some keg over bar to finish off. It's been a proper big session, this one, but we haven't finished just yet. So guys, we've got the kegs set up in here now. This is 70 just to warm up. And a little tidbit for you for kegs is if you don't have kegs that are heavy enough, so like me, my kegs only go up to 100, and in competition I've got to do 120, 130, 140, 150, you can add a band around your hips so that it makes that extension just a little bit harder. So I've got the band set up behind me, and hopefully we'll work up to the 100 kilo keg and it should feel pretty nice, and the band should just make it a little bit harder on that extension. But I'm pretty knackered now, so not expecting too much on the kegs here, but I'm just going to work up through them. You can tell I'm tired, and see how they go. So 70 is our first up. Warm-up, I haven't done these in ages, so we'll see how they go. Yeah, so a little inefficient. The band pulling me backwards is a bit different than I'm used to, but I'm just going to do the same on singles with the 80 and the 90, and then we'll get on the 100 for the top set. So I won't show you the 80 and 90, just get used to it, and then we'll get on to the top set. Right, so warm-ups, feeling good. I'm feeling pretty knackered now, to be honest. Proper like 3.5 hour long session so far, proper big event session. And obviously it's just me on my own, so all the loading, unloading, moving the kegs in, everything like that has all been me on my ones. So the hardest bit about events day is setting up the event, obviously. But the band is definitely making a difference. It's making it harder, which is good. It's what we want. So now I'm going to do the top set, which is the 100 kilo keg. And I'm going to try and do it for reps. I've sort of made a self-delivery system back to me for the keg. It's either going to go really fast and smack me in the shins and hurt, or it's not going to move. We will see. But the aim is 4 reps because we got 4 kegs in competition. And then with the band on, it should be pretty tough. So yeah, nothing to do but to do it. Oh, that was tough. That was tough, but good. Oh. Well, I'm ending quite a few sessions sat down at the minute, which is quite good. It means we're working hard. But yeah, that was a very brutal top set right there. It felt very, very hard. There was a bit of fumbling on my second rep about getting the grip with the keg being on the floor rather than upright. But I fixed it for the second and third rep. It was just hard. with that band. That band is like 35 kilo resistance apparently. So it makes the kegs way, way harder, like really, really hard. But we need to train hard in order to be good. And in comp, I'm assuming all the kegs will start upright, so should be no fumbling. But yeah, what a session today has been. It's been a big one, it's been a brutal one, it's been a cold one, but positives all round. Everything is moving in the right direction, everything is moving well. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. I am knackered now, and I've got about 25 minutes before I need to leave the house and drive an hour to go for an evening out. So I don't have a lot of time to recover, but we got to get it done, so we got it done. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below and comment down below what your favourite event of today was. For me, I think that Farmers into Arm over Arm was really cool, moved really nice, and was just a good setup. So really pleased with how that went. But pleased with everything, really. Those kegs are a brutal finisher, but it's good to do them at the end of a long session because they're going to be at the end of the comp. So they need to feel hard on a fatigued back already. So yeah, brutal event, but it's making me feel very positive about the competition. Lots of heavy training to come. So if you do like heavy training, go down below, click subscribe, stay tuned for the upcoming videos because the next couple months, they're going to be spicy, they're going to be fun. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. My glasses are steaming up. I am battered, I'm bruised, I'm covered in mud. I pinched my keg pinched my finger between two kegs. I cut my shin. I dropped the tyre on my toe. Classic event session, battered and bruised. Don't do strongman if you don't mind. Well, don't do strongman if you hate being battered and bruised, because you will be. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.